I think humility is what victors are supposed to display, but I think maybe if you've been involved in the never defeated, always cheated kind of mindset for so long, you don't really understand how to be decent anymore. Etiquette and I think acts of respect and all that, manners. I think that's kind of stuff that I was saying earlier that life's true kind of scumbags hide behind them. You go to weddings and stuff like that, there's folk at it. Because they know nobody wants to say anything or do anything to ruin the wedding for folk. There's always folk being needly and what. It's and they'll use, oh, you're supposed to do this at a wedding, you're supposed to do that. Folk that are really heavily into etiquette don't realise it's different from manners. Manners is a way of behaviour. It's a genuine, a kind of warmth, making people feel. But I think you're supposed to be. You don't demand what to the defeated. I just felt as if it was bow down before me. Says Brendan. It's very creepy. Very kind of, especially a man in charge of a club that was set up to help the needy. I think when you are being mannerly or showing a kind of courtesy to somebody, you get to a point, if they're going to exploit it, you need to know how it's going to be received. And if it's going to be seen as an act of weakness or like that, then you can't. There comes a point, you just can't go ahead. You can't do it. But I don't know. I can't do anything about the fact Brendan Rodgers is like this. It's an embarrassment to Celtic, no me, and looking for football to put low lifes in their place. I'm not joking. I'm only joking. He's at the wind up. He's been a bit naughty. He's been a bit cheeky, and he's at the wind up. But looking for football to sort out the wind up merchants is that's a pipe dream. It never works. Look at the number of trophies Scott Brown's won. But I think it does display a huge kind of character flaw that is there for the exploiting when things go wrong for Rodgers and Celtic, as they have been the last couple of games against us. He's obviously playing to the galleries, the folk who wanted him shot in his sleep, a bullet for the IRA when he left last time. But these are the kind of people who need all their toys all the time, And the minute you don't give them everything they're wanting all the time, then they'll be throwing you off the very gallery. So we've got to go out there and try and use this. I think